planet right now. This is the highest entropy you will find in VCT. It should be explosive. And Pacific have been masters of the VCT since Shanghai. Now it's down to the princes and their brothers who are looking to claim their titles.
Nongshim first on the attack at the ready. Quad stack working their way. It's just Forsaken, tucked in behind this Viper wall, but he gets flushed out. Francis reads it, finds a headshot. There's that first blood found.
That's already good prep being shown here by Nongshim. That's a spot that PRX likes to tuck into.
Indy, clean one tap. Francis now on the floor, back into a 4v4. Ghosts pretty much across the board here for PRX. A little bit more oomph behind this. See if they can find their target. So is Ivy looking for a timing. He gets caught off guard. Not ready for something, just jump, plant his feet, and find the headshot. Suddenly, Nongshim reeling a bit here in the pistol. The barrel for the slide across. Indy gonna get caught on the Danby. Finds that kill. The shutdown RB, trying to clutch it out, but it's gonna be Inby to stand a bit taller. 3K over 3K. PRX find the opening pistol.
Phenomenal work here by Envy. His first time in a grand finals, his first time on the global stage. Coming over to PRX and making the most of it to start. Knife out, no problem. Little bit of a jump, a land, and a clean shot from something. RB looking to join Stacks and Buzz as trophy lifters from the original Vision Striker squad. The PRX are the ones to strike first blood.
6 players on this stage that have never seen a grand final. Envy looking to go on that golden road here, alongside PRX joining this year, and already finding themselves on one of the biggest stages that we have to offer. As here's the judge around the corner, something give Demi a little bit of his own medicine, but they return fire with these bandits in hand. It's looking damn clean.
This is something that a lot of teams have been leaning into recently. Forsaken finds one on the back.
It's a kill on X Ross. Ivy, however, this time a lot cleaner with the Sheriff. As Francis trying to get himself tucked in behind the bricks, and I don't think it's gonna matter too much because Forsaken has his knife out. Claims the kill, and Nongshim, barring Ching, pulling a rabbit out of the hat. They're gonna be tying things up 1-1. Paranoia to connect on the no one, and RB to shut him down. The recovered Judge doing wonders, and just like that, it is already neck and neck.
Well, you can already see some of the ideas here from PRX. Throw a Judge into the mix, try to slow Danby down, but the Bandits, something that PRX has been working into their rotation, especially on their ecos. Wouldn't be surprised to see a few of them in the mix in the following round here. So potent at close range, that one-tap headshot, absolutely devastating on a map like Corrode in particular. Can really set you up for success. Nongshim looking for a little more purchase in towards mid. PRX also trying to scale. One bandit, 3 sheriffs.
It's an all-Pacific final. Let's see if we can really bring Pacific to the stage here in Santiago. Get a trade back on some of these Thrifties. X-Ross, however, some different ideas. Able to find 2 before getting taken down. Danby just going to be collecting that weapon. Francis looking for an angle with that outlaw. Slow walk down. Jing hearing the swap of the weapon, swings the corner, and Ivy will have him dead. Something in the divide, trying to see if they can get a bit more damage in. Not pull off the clutch itself.
Gonna be tough with that outlaw there for Francis. He's gonna have a great angle. No matter which direction they end up coming from.
First hurdle going to be Danby. Sat here, center sight, bottom of hut, with Devi on the swing. Takes his head clean off. And suddenly, you have to start wondering, is it possible? Can they do it? Devi, he says yes. Finds the one. Drop down. Has the read, and he has the shot! Welcome to Pacific, ladies and gentlemen! If you haven't been watching, this is what we've had all year long. MasterCard Thrifty, PRX back in the lead.
It's Devi again with the Sheriffs. The guy has been outrageous with them. And he is perfect, perfect. With all of his timings, headshot. No problem at all here. Anticipating the peak from Francis. My word.
And we knew coming into this it was going to be an exciting match.
Oh, yeah.
And this is already delivering well beyond what we might have anticipated. We didn't really know what to expect given that they've never played against each other, but something now that Judge again in hand, able to find the shutdown on the Dambi. Nongshim going to be left scratching their heads.
Yeah, Forsaken got a dink in there onto Francis as well, so he's actually going to try to hold the line a little bit, see if he can challenge Forsaken. Jump peek though, top of the toxic screen, but showing that Yoru is going to keep a couple extra players over on the B for PaperX. In fact, even pulling the rotation of Divide potentially. Does have some of that Vice util though to rely on to help something, to give him a little bit of an early warning system.
Oh, and it's just getting worse. Back down to 22. Trying to continue to keep that interest on this side of the map. Something for now, alone on A. Being cycled forward in the mid might give PaperX a bit of an idea of what the game plan is here as Francis is going to get caught. Anticipating that second layer, but also Nongshim very slow to try to scale in towards this A site. And on the approach that they're taking, something's going to happen. He's got that Judge in hand.
Yeah, he just needs to play it safe. He's got, again, that Vice util as well. Just kind of give him a little bit of help as soon as the wall is going to be popped here. Divide's already in place to help. Thorns there, Judge at the ready.
It seems like this little back and forth will be coming to an end here. Something greets them at the door. RB to fall. And it's going to be a flawless for PaperX to move up 3-1.
Already here, PaperX showing a lot of ideas on how to stop Donby, how to keep him from accelerating into spots where he's going to be able to take space. They're at the point of attack of Donby every time with the Judge. A couple rounds ago, it was in a link, and here, they're just pushing out into B main. So it's 0-4 for that stellar superstar Neon, and that's going to force the timeout early from Nongshim to prove that you've earned this title.
Out of the timeout, a hero rifle in the hands of Ivy. Some more bandits to share for that Judge for Dambi. Once again, storming his way forward in the mid, the Paranoia to greet him. Holds him back for a brief little moment as he's trying to get the slide going.
Wow.
Eventually will be able to find it. How he keeps working these miracles, I do not know. That is Jing dead. He'll continue to utilize that weapon, trying to lock off that yard position, make it unassailable. Something at the same time, trying to hold the line here on this A site, but has to refract back over to safety. Reads the position of Ivy well, just trying to see if he can get a straight tap in, but won't be able to make it happen. The poison orb set up. RB now just playing and praying. Seal Garden just to take away what few weapons they do have in hand. Ivy tucks back away from that one RB. Trying to TP out. Is now the convergent pass as well going to be layered in. Something on the entry up and over, but loses out on multiple players. And the timeout call is absolutely gorgeous. It's a flawless in reply for Nongshim.
And they get some big, big ults away from PaperX in that round. And again, it's where Donby begins his movement, where he's beginning to accelerate. It's before the door this time. Somebody's gonna have to teach me how he makes the Judge do what it does. The way he's able to get those bullet spreads to land is unparalleled. And it's just little things that they need to do. Once you get that space, that's where Nongshim is so dangerous. That's what makes them so formidable, is that they're gonna get there and they have great post plants behind it. They have a bunch of ults to work with. Opt there for something. It's gonna be holding down A. Some more mid exploration. They're gonna try this A-Link angle again. This time, Envy's been shifted over. The dimensional drift is gonna maybe give away his position. Actually, they're checking main. They know that PaperX likes to be aggressive there.
They get the spot. Oh, exit, and something is so damn ready for it. Immediately shuts him down with that shorty. Looking for the peek, but Jing already claiming the kill onto X-Ross. Looking for the flick. Ivy able to find something, but Jing is there for the trade back. Suddenly a two-player advantage. RB halted in his tracks, needing to try to find some value, but Forsaken just swings out, takes the fight and takes his life. Dambi found now on that flank, and PaperX not allowing for Nongshim to start building up momentum.
Yeah, and I think here, just with PaperX playing further back than they normally would with that operator at hand, a lot of times in the past on this map, it's been them constantly pushing one side or the other, you know, using that operator to try to force their opponents into Devi's side of the map, where that Vice util will be. But this time they're a little bit further back. That means the Dimensional Drift doesn't really get the info that you would normally find in that situation. Therefore, something Yoru, expert of his own, able to shut down Francis before he's even able to get anything going for Nongshim. Just another aggressive mid push, and PRX has been happy to absorb this space. They don't want to fight for it too often here. Jing.
Looking for that catch. Jing just not quite peeking out far enough for Francis to be able to collect it.
Back in a flash.
Upshot ringing out. Damage is going to be backpedaling away from A. Looks like this is going to be a massive shove through the connector into B. But Jing might be able to find a timing to get in behind. He'll send out the paranoia, so they're going to be aware of the Omen's position. Slide forward, Dambi looking for that kill, unable to spot it, but does note the two players. Up around over on that elbow, the swing out, and Dambi collecting both. Divide Forsaken both going to be eliminated. Jing now here at Heaven. Being able to find the one, something still working his way all the way through B main. He's playing with an operator, and now the pit is placed.
This should be unassailable for PRX.
Slow creep forward. X-Ross dead. The Nightfall available and immediately invested in B. Feels like they have a solid chance to be able to take this one. As there's a spot out in Ivy. Caught! The pit now gone. RB dead, and Dumby recovering from the decay. Has three players to try to clear, but Envy cuts him down. Plenty of time remaining on the defuse, and PRX up 5-2.
They just catch Nongshim overstepping a little bit and getting Envy that Nightfall. Absolutely catastrophic, because it cuts away so much of that information you're going to have trying to hold those angles on site. That one right there on the X-Ross went for the peak, paid the price. And then everybody kind of scrambles. The protocols there feel like they fell apart a little bit for Nongshim in that post plant. And you can't give PRX those opportunities, because now you're on a weak bye. You have one hero rifle in the hands of Ivy. Something again, holding this line. Oh my God.
It's a shutdown onto the critical player. It's Domby dead again. Ivy working his way through mid, is able to find Envy here over the previous round, going to be eliminated. Something he's still here, still standing. Does get caught by the flash. Manages to back away. They can't chase in deep enough, fast enough because of the hinder. Finds himself plenty of space with that saturate. And Ivy needs to come up with a kill, but he cannot. Forsaken just has him outdone once again, and X-Ross cannot get the Sheriff drawn fast enough. Two players in the post plant, a Stinger and a Bucky. Francis is looking for some damage. He's the one eating it. And RB now would have to clutch it up with a Bucky. Finds the first two. Grabs the Phantom, TP's back across the opposite side. And as he swings, it's to his demise. Devi out wide, catches him by surprise, and that is going to be PRX now, already up 6-2.
They are extremely well prepared. They don't give this team any opportunities. Again, it's another perfect position to counter Dombi before he can even really get rolling. This is something that teams have occasionally found success with so far this year against Nongshim, but not consistently. So far, PRX has done an excellent job of it. They're not giving those opportunities for kind of the positional mistakes that Dombi can capitalize on. They're hitting good shots, that one in particular from something who has been stellar with the operator here in the playoffs. They're gonna go pushing.
Trying to bait with that Prowler, allowing it to come into him, but that's gonna be something. Just scooping up the quick kill. Francis now dead. And at every twist and turn, Nongshim are just struggling to find any kind of early advantage.
It's been different looks every round. I mean, PRX has been showing them a very deep playbook. And now with that wall popped, they're gonna have a couple players here in place. The Thorns to open this up.
Looking for that timing. Devi swinging forward, will be overwhelmed. Shot connecting, but not getting the elimination. Now the overdrive in play, and Tommy's able to find Envy. Player advantage here in the hands of Nongshim. Looking like a full, actually three-player wrap, at least the two. Going towards A main, RB. About to find out, though, that Forsaken has scaled a lot further forward than he might have anticipated, so suddenly we're back to parity.
Forsaken's got a pit if he gets in deep enough.
Given where the players are playing, he could just, okay, walk forward, but does still have that spike and belt, but the TP up on top of Hot. Domby is there, in position, finds the punish. Looking for the slide down, a bite, layered in. Ivy just trying to delay as much as humanly possible the slide, and Domby just gonna be a hair off, and now Forsaken into a 1v1, or rather something into a 1v1. Forsaken does fall, but the time is just not gonna be there, so he has to make his exit, backing away. Ivy looking for the kill, won't be able to find it. He will go down to this spike, but Nongshim, they do barely manage to bring back the round.
Well, it's something, that's for sure, but this time they're able to get just enough space. PRX playing a little bit more towards B-Link, even with the Razor Vines there. Get that ult going for Domby. That shot just not connecting onto RB. Good read there as well onto Jing's tendencies with the TPs. It's okay, Nongshim keeping it close.
Doing their damnedest, still down by 3, a chance to try to rescue this, run this back into a 6 and 6 half, but we need to get that momentum built up.
Bring them down.
Consecutive rounds have eluded them thus far.
Another very different look here for PRX. Leaning the op in towards mid. They're not seeing anything, so.
He's about to see Ivy. Looking for the flick down, and Ivy, lucky to be alive. He's anticipating this repeat, and he wins it out. A critical find for him, but at the same time, able to find Domby back over on the B side. Francis forward, tucked into the coming Prowler. The chase does get cleared. And RB dead as he tries to TP over to get the spike planted, but the return fire looking decent, but NB, ooh, was looking excellent for a brief little moment. Once again, Ivy here in that 1v1, but no real clue where the hell Jing could be. He's got 56 seconds to play around with, though. So it looks like he's going to make his exit, anticipating that Jing would have gotten over towards this B site.
It's a really nice read here from Ivy. Great understanding of negative info. He's an operator that he's just gonna bypass, of course. 11 and 6 right now. Ivy, such a stellar clutch player for Nongshim. Coming into their opening match, he was outrageously good. He's got another chance to do some real damage. Jing, no ult available, so gonna have to hoof it on foot. Does have the paranoia. So if he can find Ivy out, could find an opportunity to use that ability to shut this one down. Ivy gonna tuck in towards elbow though. Try to play off the tap, so the spikes it looks like.
Still does have that bite. This would give away his position once he lobs it through. Smoke now in. Jing able to hold this one up the half. He's gonna try to just stick it. And Ivy doesn't manage to find the kill. Jing just too fast on the draw. Shuts him down and secures the lead at the half.
And Jing also positions himself on the opposite side of the spike where you'd probably expect the player to be defusing. And I think that catches Ivy off guard just a little bit. Envy, huge 2K there. Lock this down, and oh my, you're getting the second timeout already coming in for Nongshim. They feel like they've got to get a couple more rounds here on this attack and deal with the rest of the team from there. Feeling like if he's not there, force the impetus onto Francis, onto Ivy, onto Xross, onto RB to step up and beat them in 1v1s, and I guarantee PRX likes those odds.
Gonna fall back here.
Something. Once again, that judge in hand looking for the early shutdown. Second will be eating some damage, but do they read this position? No, they don't quite do. 2 kills still gonna be found for something. Or Xross is finally able to take him out of the equation. The judge to be collected, but this time it doesn't feel like Nongshim's gonna be able to work that thrifty magic off the back of the timeout.
Well, and Envy is over clearing A main, trying to set up for the flank just in case.
They're trying to cut this noise, but yeah, because Envy is so far forward, PRX feel more than fine to keep 3 players here on B.
Exactly. It's gonna have to be something brilliant. Got a couple shotguns and a bandit. Do you risk it and throw an ult in here? Get into a post plant. Ivy's got the pit.
And Divide, he's got the angle and he's got all 3. One by one they fall. And one by one, PRX continue to rack up these round wins.
Just loving the game prep here for PRX. It's so hard to get a read as Nongshim on where the open space is going to be. This is something they haven't shown you since very early on in the half, since like round 3 with the shotgun tucked into the corner. So it's hard when you're in the heat of the moment, when things are going sideways, to remember that far back to some of the ideas that PRX has been showing you. This time, just Forsaken and Envy, he's going to challenge this B hit. But clear the Prowler, though, and a follow-up as Devi leaning in this direction.
Looking for that pass hit yet again. Paranoia connecting on the Forsaken. Dambi sliding forward. Able to find Envy. Turns back in. Francis will fall, but Dambi collects a second elimination. Devi. Not going to be able to shut him down this time. Dambi maybe starting to find his footing, coming alive here on the stage. Pit now going to be invested as well. As Nongshim know how desperately they need this final round of the half. Dambi going to be able to find himself a 4th. Something dead. Now it's all on Jing. Will quickly be cleaned up. So 8-4 at the half.
Really interesting stuff that we're seeing. PRX so far has a decent read, but that time you're able to use the Nightfall to give Dambi the space that he needs to go charging in. The fadeaway slide into the follow-up on the Forsaken, just straight up out-dueling Devi. Gets the 4th to make sure that there's no real hope here. Gonna need more of that on this defender's half.
Gonna need a hell of a lot more than that one. See if Nongshim's gonna be able to recover, but for now, unstoppable.
Well, and they've been there, they've done that. This is their 4th global grand finals ever. And they've already got 1 trophy. You can bet they're chomping at the bit to get another one to prove that they're certainly one of, if not the best to ever play the game. They're gonna slowly work their way up A, but this mid push, 3-man push, completely unaccounted for. Envy maybe finding out the hard way. Drifting up.
About to have that contact. He's good for the first, looking for that second, but Dambi just continues to slide across, dragging the attention, dragging that crosshair. Well, X-Ross under some fire, the swing coming in Devi. On the approach around the back. X-Ross gets a read of it though, turns back! Facing forward, finding himself a 3rd. Now suddenly it's Jing, the 1v3, the quick fade away. Dambi down on the floor, Ghost recovered. Jing trying to make a go of this one, but RB takes him down to 14. The spike now collected. He's still on the approach. The swing around the back, and Jing just no idea where RB has gotten off to. Will just swoop forward into RB's open grasp. Pistol goes the way of Nongshim.
Just fantastic stuff from X-Ross. A longtime player for Nongshim, but a new addition to the main roster. He's had a couple big ones. The first finals, the upper finals in Pacific, he really was electric. And he just holds the line, holds the sight. That's gotta feel good. That's gotta feel like some weight off your shoulders here. That pistol gonna give you a really good shout into this. Just a Sheriff, 1 Bandit for Envy, Shorty for Forsaken.
Oh, why the hell not?
Definitely not the player you'd expect in this composition to have the Shorty. I think it might be something, but you know what? You never know with PRX what they've got up their sleeve.
Not worth trying to figure out what's going on
I
in
don't
those
know.
brains.
I don't know why I'm bothering.
Dambi just trying to keep note. These angles around mid. Bottom of the Devi. Relay bolt going to be lobbed in there. Devi barely survives. Walking away, quite literally 1 HP. Thought some of that might have been decay damage, but no. He's taken down to that single digit. While Forsaken leading the charge, pushing forward with that Shorty in hand. Will be to his doom, but that second layer coming in. Jing able to clean one up, and that's going to be a Spectre recoverable. So the spike still slowly eking its way forward, waiting for the smoke to bloom. It's the cover. Envy just waiting on those timing shots. Jump down and get the plant in action. Ross able to find Devi. Finishing off the earlier job, keeping Nongshim in with a player advantage. Spectre in the hands of something, however, as well as that Bandit for Envy. Certainly has to be a consideration and a concern. It's the double swing there at Heaven, but Dambi able to flush them both out. Now it's just X-Ross to find the finisher, and Nongshim finding their footing so far here in that second half. Bringing this back to a 2-round deficit. And if they can find a bonus conversion, then oh goodness me.
Then you start to be a little bit concerned if you're in the PRX camp. Just really nice stuff from Domby, showing that it isn't all just his neon movement and ability, it's also his individual, just pure mechanical skill is quite high. Only 2 guns dropped there for Nongshim. Painful, you know, PRX at least able to get the plant down, get a little bit of extra cash out of it, but still gonna be a couple players with half armors, one with regen in terms of Forsaken. And it's going to be not the heaviest of purchases, though, for Nongshim, but they're going to stack heavy over towards B. Meanwhile, PRX actually spreading the map, looking for that aggressive push, looking for that attack lane that Domby's going to take. So taking some angles where you'd have a favorable chance to at least do some damage to him before you can really get in your face.
So main control usually something that PRX do try to lean into, do try to establish early on, but gamble this time for Nongshim, not necessarily going to pay off. Envy still working his way over there. Give them a chance. We'll send out that Prowler. It's confirmation now that the Paranoia goes flying. He's able to back away. Forsaken on the scale forward, catching Ivy completely off guard, and that A site is wide open. Domby not able to find Envy. He holds his own for one. Backpedals, shifting over to the side, but still is in for the fight. Turns the flash, looks for a little bit more. Won't be able to come up with the goods. It'll recover now into the hands of Francis. Devi's position going to be noted here in mid, but something. Soul to try to play him in. Keep him tucked away. Keep him a mystery. TP forward. He now strikes. The blind there on Francis. He finds a second, looks for the third. X-Ross has managed to shut him down. Comes up with another. And 2 players surviving. PRX will be able to close out the anti-bonus.
Yeah, I mean, you can see again, even on this side of the map, how prepared PRX is for Domby's ability to just try to punish you. Again, it's Domby waiting for that piece of util that you throw out, then he's going to accelerate, come at you, and Envy plays this really, really nice. There it is.
We're back in Pacific.
We're back. Welcome to the Sangam Coliseum. But it's their ability to be prepared for Domby right now that is really giving them that extra little boost. Still only 3 rounds, though. Still Nongshim has so much fight in them, and they can still punish you if you give them any opportunity. Here's that B main control you were just talking about. One away from a convergent pass for something. Everybody else, and Envy not too far away. 2 more kills and he'll get it, but just gonna be that slow creep forward. Spot on the RB, but Wall's actually up in mid here this time for PRX, and they're gonna try to cut off that mid rotation, use the extremities of the map themselves. They're just waiting, just trying to suss out if, you know, Nongshim's ever going to try to turn on the Jets, but Nongshim also wants to play the patient game, so kind of both teams anticipating that maybe speed and aggression would be their opponent's sort of go-to.
Francis pushed forward. It's Forsaken on that late lurk. Wanting to reopen that A side of the map, potentially go for the pivot, but now there is no further recourse. They have to push forward. They have to try to get the plant down here on this B site. Refract out with the flood in from Nongshim. They're going to pull off the retake as Jing, however, on the swing, finds himself a second, but Domby will find the shutdown. Nongshim not looking to have this map slip from their grasp. It's their opening pick here in this grand final. And get it now within 2 rounds.
It's good reads here. This is a big kill for Francis, because you're killing Forsaken. He's oftentimes going to be one of the players that's out on his own. So it gives them a really good read that they can play for that flood, that fast rotation over towards B. They're just in a perfect position to shut it right down before it even starts. Now you're going to see win so many of those contact fights at the mains has given teams a lot of problems, but PRX has looked pretty scared so far. So is this going to be them trying to challenge those mains a little bit more, trying to play for some of that positional battle a little bit sooner? Some sprays through there to try to keep X-Ross safe, but instead it's just going to be another orb collected, a second ult, well, a third ult. Ooh, miss on Envy.
Able to find the punish.
Be right back.
Still alive, still with that Nightfall. Should they feel they have earned the space to open up with it. Jing, however, getting tagged low, as is something. Refracts all the way out, but Jing is pushing forward, quickly dispatches Domby. Bandit yet again doing wonders, but he cannot steady the spray to find RB. It's up being that 1-for-1. While the rotation's back, Francis setting up that gate crash all the way across towards the B side of the map. Be able to join in, reinforce alongside Ivy.
I wouldn't have minded seeing Jing TP out of that spot there, but Snakebite at least going to force Ivy back. Something, though, getting lit up on the way in. The rest of the team hasn't been able to join him, so Xros tucked in the corner.
Peek out, and Francis able to find anything from on high. Device still going to be good with the Sheriff. Cleans up one, but needs a hell of a lot more, and at the moment he is completely boxed in, now flushed out.
Seconds left.
Something good for the one kill, but Ivy gets a drag across, finds the headshot. Timeout call not going to be leading to a thrifty here for PRX. See what the strategy was set to be ahead of this next buy round.
And all of a sudden, this feels like a must-win round for PRX in this map because their economy is going to be in the dumpster. The most credits anybody is going to have behind this buy is Devi with 350, and you have 3 ults, 2 of them really, really big ones. The Convergent Paths and the Nightfall going to be available. A little bit of sweat there for the Nongshim staff, and Alex trying to keep it together so far. Paranoia to back Forsaken off there. Just trying to take some A main space, but PRX gonna do a little bit of lingering. Still just thinking that eventually Nongshim's gonna want to try to push a player in through mid, but Nongshim's just been playing Absorb. Letting them take a little bit of space, make the good read, go for the flood, and they've got a great read going right here.
Now it's exchanged. You know how far forward something is now that Refract expired. Downbeat turning back over towards Man and Xros. Taking that first fight, something gonna fall, and Xros finds the double up. Invi now dead, he gets 4! RB will find the final, not allowing for an ace to come through, but it's a flawless round as Nongshim tie it up 9-9.
He's just rock solid on that A site. Xros just not giving him anything. Oh my God, that fourth, that tap.
And that is more of the Xros that we were seeing back at kickoff that caught them that first seed. Now does have a judge as well. We'll play for it, has the op set up in case he snaps back with that gate crash. Can collect that and provide cover at range.
See if PRX realizes their own tricks.
Oh, they didn't send it into the corner, but something is swinging out a little bit wider, so does avoid getting one shot. Francis exits with 5 HP. Meanwhile, RB catching Forsaken again. He's continuing to try to attack these lurks to get forward onto A. But Nongshim continue to suss it out and find the timing.
Just veteran presence, veteran awareness from RB. Out-reading Forsaken, who at times looks like just a genius with some of his lurks, but RB beat him to the punch.
He's playing a very deep angle. He's only going to be able to find one more, so weapon going to be given over. With Francis at 5 HP, that could end up being costly, but Xros again! Continues to hold the door. Puts Ching to 45 before he finally falls, and Dami now perfect position will find the punish, and Nongshim find themselves in the lead.
That's his site. You're gonna have to commit a lot more to deal with him. You need to get some util to unbalance Xros. Goodness. But this right here, oh, the first one, disgusting. ADS in, makes that Vandal look like a sniper rifle. And now it's starting to show. Now you got a bunch of ults to counter here.
This is where the chaos can really ensue. PRX wanting to up the pace. It's been slow going these last several rounds. They're going to try to change it up a little bit. And Downbeat does get tagged down low. Blind shots from something, putting him down to 30. Well, RB caught on timing, Forsaken able to find him this time around. Cleans up the kill, but already Nongshim getting their forces in position to hold the line here on this A side, but Dami now going to be traded out. Player advantage at the moment, over to the side of PRX. Forsaken expounds upon that, finding Ivy. Now it's just Francis and Xros. Trying to see if they can take this up to 11.
It's a great scramble recovery here from PRX. Really good use of their util to close off that A-Link angle, using the Thorns and the Poison Cloud.
Forward into the smoke, the shorty, looking for a target, but now X-Ross all alone. The swing out, Forsaken has him. 3 kills, and we get tied up 10-10.
This is just something I've been kind of looking for from PRX. They've been playing very slow by their standards throughout a lot of this half. This is the one where they finally turn up the tempo. And again, really good util usage. The counter here to when the dimensional drift gets put into play is for them to immediately start holding entry angles from A-Link and other sides. And Forsaken does a great job reacting to that, anticipating that he's going to be getting pinged out, so he can be in a position to punish that if he reads it correctly, and he does. They're baiting here for Francis.
Trying to. And he's just going to take a straight shot through the wall. Something dead. RP. Filling space forward into the smoke. Eventually will be fished out of it, but my goodness. What an opening kill from Francis. And everything that PRX had in mind for this round immediately has been squashed.
Brilliant setup from Nongshim, diverting those prowlers so Francis doesn't have to deal with it. Then he just goes for the big shot and hits.
Now the reposition in the mid, the spot on the one, the gate crash out to safety. Spike collected. Right, has been spotted, has been worked lower. Jing, nice solid shutdown on the Dambi on the slide, but Charles is right there playing alongside the Neon. Now it is just Devi. They know exactly where he is, at least they should. Scale forward, there is that wall set up from behind. Ivy maybe looking to pop it to draw the attention as Devi gets closer and closer, trying to play an X-Ross, but I don't even know if he needs the assist. Swoop the corner, he will be able to find Francis still fighting as much as he possibly can, but Devi just cannot do enough in this round to try to get it back into PRX's favor. Nongshim once again in the lead.
Gotta find some opportunities to use some of these ults as PRX, but you're just a lot of times getting beat to the punch, or in the round you did win, you just kind of got in there so fast. Yeah, just the peak there from Envy made it too easy for Francis. But now you got to start thinking back to those 2 timeouts in the first half that Nongshim popped in. Coaches really understand their team and how they play this map and where they're more effective. They knew this defender side would be better. Here we go, convergent pass in, Nightfall in. Goodbye.
Finding one convergent pass, finding the other, push forward into the smoke, and something's able to find Ivy. Dambi still alive here on the side, sliding forward, trying to hold this door as much as he possibly can, but he just cannot. Gets flushed out, PRX, they commit the ults, they go quickly. They catch Nongshim by surprise. Nothing more for Francis to do to try to escape. Something on the approach will have him outdone. The flick not connecting as we get tied up once again.
He didn't scoop up the op. I was kind of curious if maybe he would think about it, but passes it up. Just a wombo combo here. There's nothing you can do if you're on this site. Literally the convergent pass and the Nightfall cover the whole thing. So Nongshim there, if you're anywhere near the plant spots itself, you're just done, you're cooked. It's okay, finally use those ults, finally get some value out of it, but it's so late. You're not gonna be able to cycle into those again. Now you're gonna have to rely on getting to a pit, using that steel garden, maybe open up some space for you. Good news is you knocked the op out of Francis's hands. He's been really sturdy with it.
And the money just hasn't been good. Haven't been able to build that up. On the entry, ooh, lands right there alongside Francis, but he's unable to find that kill. Just a smattering of damage, something down to 70. And immediately, PRX just backing away a bit, cutting the noise. Looks like they still want to try to rescale, though.
I like this, though. This pause is making Nongshim think they rotated.
Dambi, a world away, obviously can join back in very quickly as the Neon. It does have that overdrive. But Francis, he had never moved, so Forsaken, it's an obvious place for him to check. Immediately finds the kill. Steel Garden will just keep them zoned back, stop them from flooding forward for a little bit longer. Well, Paranoia does connect on the 4. Forsaken says, I don't need vision to send out this pet! And something, gonna find one, RB with 2.
Down A.
Player advantage, however, now gonna be equalizes Ivy. Leads up a kill on Envy, lobs in that bite. Looking for some damage, gets a bit there. Spam continues, X-Ross forward! Flushes them both out! The ultimate's denied! Nongshim! They take themselves up to map point.
Oh, this is just incredible from Nongshim. A great read early here by PRX. They get into the site, they shut Domby down. It's a 5v3, but RB on the outside of the pit finds two huge kills, and it's X-Ross again. Says, yeah, I wasn't here this time to defend it, but it's still my site.
They were just so unprepared for RB to do that. To slink his way into the back lines. Now PRX needing this round win to take us into that OT, but look at the ult on the other side. The pit immediately invested by Ivy. X-Ross there as well, backing him up. Nightfall in hand. PRX early, unable to find the catch. Paranoia dissuades Forsaken from swinging further. RB just playing contain at mid. This might just have them all funnel into Domby. Tucked away at yard, a judge in hand.
I mean, oh, the Nightfall invested.
Moves out, connects at least on the Divide. Poison Orb gonna be chucked forward. As RB just clears the Thorns, repositions. Left side of top mid. Domby staying statuesque, not wanting to make a peep. Has the cover of that smoke though. And now we'll slide back across, swing the corner, finds one, Forsaken dead, looks for a hell of a lot more, and something down low, finished! Weapon scooped up, Domby out like a thief in the night. Says thank you very much for the Vandal. And now PRX stranded, corralled in mid. Jing swooping forward to his death. Francis is there, swapping positions as it is Justify left. Finds a second, it would have to be an ace clutch. Turns back, RB. The next one to take the fight, Divide, able to win it out. Here's the approach, but the time is getting away from him. 11 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left.
And Ivy now arriving at backside the Lavin on the snake bite. Divide nearly dead. And the round is over, the map is gone. Nongshim struggle at the start, but they show us why they picked Corrode.
Just able to make those adjustments enough as that first half came through that they could get that fourth round. And now they're gonna have a very difficult task here going up against a PRX that has been superb on split. Really deep one way and a kill for Francis.
Hell of a peek. Something dead on the floor to start off this round. Francis wants a little bit more, but Forsaken will be able to shut him down. Trust, however, with the trade up and out to Divide with the trade back, and then Domby gets involved as well. Suddenly a 3v2. Forsaken down to 35 and out dead. Nongshim find themselves another pistol win.
Yeah, it's just a brawl here, but you have that extra player in the mix for Nongshim, and X-Ross is still hitting. And that's a huge win condition here for Nongshim. If you get some of those backline players to be fearsome, accurate, in control. It doesn't need to be the Domby show all the time with this squad. A lot of people probably just seeing this Neon, seeing the mix-ups and problems that it causes for other teams, but really you look at Ivy, Francis, X-Ross, and their ability to be difference makers behind that. A little bit of a jump peek here for Forsaken, trying to make some noise.
Yeah, just any early damage you could possibly get would be nice, but none to be found there. Divide, get with that Sheriff, this time going to be shut down. Cannot get the better of X-Ross. Eliminates him with the Guardian. With the spawn on one, something, maybe taking that gate crash, now jumps all the way back over towards spawn, and this is going to be PRX rerouting a bit, bringing that spike through the sewer.
Trying to sow a little bit of a fake on the other side with the Prowler, but there's nothing to back it up, and Francis is scaled so far forward. Probably gonna be able to rotate pretty quick. Not sure if got the spot on the Jing there or not. At least able to get the Sheriff over to Forsaken.
Looking for not quite a Caterpillar smoke here. It's one to try to work their way across that gap. RB going to be struck down, but Ivy finds something. X-Ross finds Envy. That should just be maybe a bit of a one-by-one they fall, but no, Forsaken re-swinging. Able to find one. Domby decides to pull the trigger, and given how low he was, he's able to find the kill. So 3 players alive. Collect up the key weaponry, carry that forward as Nongshim start things off 2-0.
Yeah, they're just reading the map pretty darn well right now. And again, with having that Neon there to make those quick pivots through mid, it's going to be tough for PRX to maybe get those executes to go the way they want. I think that's why you're seeing some of that early attention in the pistol round paid towards mid. If you can lock that part of the map off, it'll make it a lot more difficult for Nongshim to get their rotations the way they'd like to play them out. This time Dambi all on his own. He's just gonna tuck in. Judge is there.
A wide swing could be his undoing, but still he's got to be able to find something in the back. But Ivy finding two in the front. In the end, Jing both eliminated. The snake bite layered forward. Trying to scale, stop them from collecting this spike and stop them. He has Ivy. 3K, potentially a fourth as it's just Divide. What a twist, what a turn of events so far here. That C's did connect. Just staying tucked away, but then Ivy finds him immediately off the HUD reveal. A 4K just locking down A main. Nongshim find the bonus conversion.
Now you're starting to have some big concerns as PRX. Ivy there gets the kill, just swings back out and takes out Jing. And then he just goes in with a judge of his own, and then you just smother Divide with utility. The 4K here for Ivy.
Sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy in the celebration.
He did a bit.
The frustration continues for Alex. The suffering for PRX. 0-3 start on split.
Some of the util with some of the jump peaks to clear Dambi's angles. I thought they were doing a pretty good job of it on Corrode. I saw a couple times where they were able to jump peek and get the identification that Dambi was in a position to try to play those close angles. This time,
Outlaws in mid. Wall about to fall, the swing out, the shot's gonna end up whipping from Francis. Opens up a bit of space, but look at Nongshim already corralling back in from both sides. Wanting to contain this position, and X-Ross there at B Heaven is able to find something on the approach. Dambi now pushing forward, looking for the transfer onto the second, takes Forsaken low, and X-Ross has the alley-oop. And whatever the call was, it was red by Nongshim. Perfectly poised and prepared. They'll lose out on two, but they will get another round win. 4-0 to start as PRX back into another bye they so desperately need.
Putting themselves into position to do something no one else has done is Nongshim, and that's make PRX's attack side weaker than the other team's defender side to get more rounds than PRX is able to accrue. Oh, the timings here. You nailed it, dude. Like, they're just reading this the whole way. They know this is a mid-push. And that's the way Nongshim wants to play. They want to hit you when you think you're strong, when you have maybe an advantage to take some space. Just smother you with that util. Now it's the operator. On both sides, in fact. Something has one. You can see the one in Francis's hands. Jing.
I knew that pre-fire is able to find Jing, but okay, off screen. Dambi going to be struck down. Jing does eventually fall. Duelist down on either side. Yoru's still yet in the mix as there's the spot out, and Invi quick to collect the kill. Great boss of the A site now fallen.
That's huge. This opens up a lot of different options, whether you want to go B split or A. You're going to have a lot of map control.
It seems like PRX relying on that kill to maybe draw some additional attention towards A, but Francis has made the call. No, I can hold this. I have the operator. Decent enough angle, just checks around. Make sure no one's on that exit. Forsaken just watches something struggle with the Prowler.
Forsaken did throw a smoke over to A to try to maybe pull the extra player, but Nongshim's just holding. They haven't moved a muscle for about a minute.
Paranoia connecting, X-Ross. Lobbing in that haunt, but it gets cleared, but RB catches a glimpse, and that's more than enough for him to dispatch Forsaken. Approach from Invi here from behind, but his teammates down on the side, losing their lives. Suddenly he's the last one standing. Finds the first, drops down. Sees in position, the time getting away from him, and Francis just Goomba stomps him with a shorty. 5-0 for Nongshim so far on this defense. You see the frustration on the players' faces. I have to imagine it's even worse back in the coaching booth.
Ooh.
As Alex has to assess when and should I call that second time out.
I mean, they're maneuvering on the map really nicely here. Our PRX are just getting outdone. They hit a good paranoia to keep Xros pinned, but the reinforcements were there for Nongshim in terms of just one other player, and they can't deal with it. Get the spot, you get some space here.
Spawn reveals on both sides. Prowler chasing all the way around the back as there's the Bucky, but there's the Judge. Tommy finds Jing Devi dead. Recollection on this one, Dambi missing the rope. Will get punished. Forsaken able to pursue in for that elimination, but RB cuts down his reinforcements. Prowler finds him, as does Francis. He's playing off his teammates Util. 6-0 Nongshim. They are starting to run away with this, and PRX, they need something desperately to occur.
They're just getting beat at every single point. There's nothing that they can do right, and everything that Nongshim is doing right.
Spoiler alert, it's the second timeout call.
Yeah.
PRX have to commit this one in. But PRX, the team, are not the only thing that is 0-6 at the moment. Both duelists for PRX are 0-6. They have not been able to find a single kill. But
try to get an orb, try to get some control, but Nongshim wants to try to deny it. They're lined up right with them at A main.
Crowd still energized, but PRX, they're the ones that need to show that they still have the energy, they still have the focus, the grit, the tenacity to fight their way back into this. But as they try to make something happen outside of A main, it will just be that pit dropped, and now spot out on Francis's position, makes his exit with that gate crash, and does send him quite far away.
Whoa, this is so risky.
Something on the walk-in now going to be spotted. Tagged up a bit, slots forward behind the boxes. Zinvi pushing forward, is able to find Xros. Francis, however, strikes him down. The spike now on the floor, but something down below. Is able to find the first, but he cannot get the transition. Francis still alive, still kicking. Still fighting to the nail, but now a 3v3. Nongshim
Spike planted.
needing the retake.
This showstopper has to be good for PRX. There's an overdrive for Dambi.
No more gate crashes. No easy exit for a sniper, and Forsaken, he's just missing a timing on that. He's gonna try to scale forward, try to find that punish. Had he continued pre-firing the angle, might have been rewarded with a kill, but now instead he's gonna be eliminated. Jing will be able to find Dambi, but now Ivy strikes in from garage. The time starting to tick. Jing, can he play this out? Finds the first, Ivy dead. Another paint shell lobbed in, that should be the round secured. As Jing comes alive. Finds a Red Bull clutch and gets PRX on the board at long last.
Just barely. And again, you know, I don't know if Forsaken's looking at his map there or what. He had Francis dead to right, shouldn't have even allowed this retake to really start. At least you're able to keep Dambi out of the equation with that Judge. Jing getting on the board when they need it most, but man, I was so nervous. So nervous there when something was walking into that site. No smokes at heaven. He somehow gets away unscathed, at least for a bit.
Oh, well. Yeah, you're gonna be playing those ranges. Paranoia is not gonna be enough to dissuade Dambi. Jing, the hero of the previous, now gone off the rip, but it's time Forsaken. Able to secure the kill when he has somebody dead to right. Right of the rope from Dambi, keeping it quiet. Slotting forward, looking for the backstab with that Judge. Meanwhile, a little leg shot there, and Dambi, he has just stormed the front. Forsaken and something both gone. The spike still a world away. Meanwhile, Francis cleans up the kill on Envy, finishes what he started. And Nongshim Red Force, they are not allowing for that momentum build, for that confidence to resurface from PRX. They are smothering them out of this map.
It's just incredible. Dambi again, just right where he needs to be to shut Jing's entries down. He's got such a good read on where the Raze wants to be. And when he's got a Judge there, not much you can do about it when you're midair, point blank range. Devi has a pit. Dambi the only one here. Swapped over to the Vandal. Is this going to be anything for Divide? No.
Not at all. A 4K for Dambi, 7-1. With no lifelines remaining, PRX left to their own devices, needing to figure this out on their own.
They just had no idea. He's so patient. He's so good at finding his moments. Yeah. It's tough. Not re-clearing that space, or well, they kind of tried to, but Dambi was patient enough to wait on the rope for them to abandon it. Just going to try to brute force their way through, but
They have to have heard the drop. You have to have suspected there's going to be that judge around the corner. Especially now having it confirmed, but something, his eyes are trained towards this Neon, so Ivy just backsteps for free. He's tethered in position, and no one can do a damn thing about it. Oh, Francis finds two. Dambi sliding forward. Forsaken only good for the first. If you want to play with shotguns, Nongshim are going to win every day of the week.
again, there just haven't been consistent answers for anyone this year against Nongshim. The shotguns might work a little bit. We saw it on Corrode, but they're kind of just better. Dambi is the maestro of the pump weapons. And here we go again. Sees connects, but PRX just too scared.
Yeah, there's nothing to dissuade. Prowler now will get cleared. You hear that outlaw, he's looking for the angle, and Francis will get punished. A massive overstep, perhaps some complacency and misplaced confidence. He ends up getting punished, and now has opened the door for PRX to potentially find their second round win. They need every single one that they can possibly get. Devi on that late linger. Hearing the bound across from Dambi. Relays that to the team, lets them know that he is coming. The next cross now gone. Dambi on the corner. The judge still ringing out, still taking lives, but Devi now arriving in heaven. Comes to the rescue. And it is just RP now remaining. Finds the first, looks for the transfer for the second, and he cannot. PRX finally getting a second round, but they need so much more.
No, it takes an overstep from Francis for them to even have a chance to really get through there. And he goes for the big play, pays the price. For a moment, looked like maybe it was gonna go awry, but that Nightfall was really well placed, really well timed. It hit Dambi, made it so he kind of had to slow down a little bit, couldn't keep running around. So you're gonna have that overdrive, but also Francis's ult here. You can see now PRX having to poke and prod a bit more, try to suss out these positions. That high-low is brutal.
Just trap after trap set up by Nongshim. PRX just following the trail of breadcrumbs to their demise.
Anyone gonna be watching their back? Okay.
Here comes the flood, the haunt out, the overwhelm is found. Forsaken trying to TP around. And Francis again, kind of misplaying it as Forsaken suddenly, they're in with a shout. A site completely opened up, he TPs over the screens. Sticks that one, the rest of the team still a ways away. Still plenty of time to work with. Should RB turn back, ride that rope and peek in. Might have been able to find a catch, interrupt them, but now PRX have a very real opportunity. Forsaken both down low, 57 health between the two of them. A pit, however, available. They might just have to commit that in to this post plant. The drop down, Ivy looking for that punish. But the spike makes its way over onto the site.
Spike planted.
For now, it seems like they favor their numbers. They like their chances. So the pit going to be saved for the last round, but now Forsaken gone. Lowest HP member eliminated, but Devi holds his own. Ivy dead at the elbow. And now it is just RP. Trying to assess where Jing could possibly be. Now spots him, but Jing faster on the draw. Gets the headshot and PRX, they get up to 3.
Well, there's one of those miracles that you needed as PRX. And it's Forsaken's 3K here. tries to TP behind the box. Should just be dead to rights, but the shorty's there just a little bit off the mark. Leave him with 9 HP left. Devi holding the line, and Jing good for another.
No one can kill me or what?
Not that round. Jing's gonna have a showstopper here for the final one of the half. Big one to consider, and a big brawl.
Overdrive. Dimensional drift as well. Trying to counteract the pivot. Instead, they're just gonna go crunching into A main. Showstopper gonna be drawn out. RB, however, striking first, something dead. The push forward, Jing looking for a target, lobs it beneath his feet, and Tabby zaps him out of the sky, finds the follow-up, Envy's gone, and Pit be damned. Nongshim do not give them the chance.
They are so well prepared, so well coached, our Nongshim. Every twist and turn, it felt like they had the read, felt like they had a shout.
9-3, this time Nongshim well out in front. PRX needing the run back. See if they can find the pistol after halftime.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I...
Negatively 3 overall in that half. Now, needing to believe in the curse, believe that they can bring this back from the brink. Otherwise, Nongshim are very quickly going to find themselves up to match point.
Starting to hope and pray that those gods of chaos start to favor you once again as PRX. They're going for a big 4-1 split. Not even contesting mid at all. Didn't favor their chances with what happened in the previous pistol. They need this one so badly. Nongshim doing something to them no one's been able to really do on this map. There have to be big concerns, but let's see if they can rally back.
Might be able to find a timing here. Spike being transferred over, but something unable to collect it. Just not been able to find that form, that accuracy that he was putting on display just a mere few days ago. Devi, however, will find a clean one. It's RB dead. Spike recovered, something still fishing for it, looking for it, but managed to slide away. Now escorting that Spike over to the A site, which has been opened up. It's Forsaken fell.
30 seconds left.
Momentless here. Both sides. The post plant, the retake. And now Envy gone as well. Divide a challenge and to win it. Another belter of a shot from the Sultan. It needs so much more. Something caught. Dropping down to his death. 6 feet under. Jing now dancing around elbow. Is just overwhelmed, outnumbered, and outdone. Another pistol in Nongshim, now up to double digits.
It's rough right now for PRX. I mean, something here had opportunities in that round to do some damage and really didn't do anything, and just dropping into the site by himself. And look at the way that they're constantly maneuvering. Dombi there at the very end as well with that little bait and switch. Make sure that even if Jing hits a good shot onto him with the Sheriff, he has that player from heaven to clean it up. All the little things that Nongshim do is giving problems, and there is no buy up here. No force from PRX.
It's one Sheriff and then a bunch of half armors, but there's an outlaw in the hands of Francis. So he could still absolutely cook them with this. They're gonna try to do this high-low. There's one gone, but he will still fall. Envy at ramp, able to finish the job. Love the scale forward, grab that weapon. Looks like that's exactly what Forsaken is going for.
Ivy already scooped it up.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, quickly collecting it, keeping it out of the grasp. Ivy at risk of maybe being intercepted, but seems to have a read on it, slowing down as he approaches towards Ramen. Devi has been all reliable with this Sheriff, but until they can clear him, they're just stuck in position. That leaves just something in Envy to their own devices back on the site.
This has to be dry here. They use a smoke.
Smoke to come through. The 1-2 push. Looking for the shot. Forsaken drawing the attention. Gets that outlaw after all. But that was still critical time bought for Nongshim. PRX need to make a go of this right here, right now. Shot connecting on the down. He takes him down to 10. But Ektross again finds 2. And RB cleans up the remainders. 11-3. A decent cheeky go of it there from PRX. But it's not enough to find the Thrifty.
Oh. Even getting one there, not bad at all for Francis. And again, taking that gun away, even though it ends up in the hands of Forsaken, still got huge advantages. As Nongshim able to just double up and make sure that that flank doesn't find any purchase. And the big purchase coming through. Judge for Envy, Judge for Forsaken for PRX. So a couple of those half armor buys that they invested in the previous round, they're gonna prove fruitful anyway.
Swing the corner and Ivy finding Envy. The Judge just not hitting at all. Wall's falling, the spot out onto something. It will just be the two players going their separate ways. Ivy tucks back, watching for that potential flank that will not come through. The clone to the corner, the poison orb delaying this approach down ramp. They're being held at bay as Ivy is right here on the corner. The push forward into the second, into the fourth. Ivy absolutely decimating. Now looking for an ace.
You know where he's at.
Stuck here around the corner. They're going to try to play him in. The shot's ringing out. Looking for the swing, and Ivy will have it! His first global stage! His first grand final! And he has got an ace to take Nongshim up to map point!
This is disgusting work from Ivy. Tucks into the corner, and by the time PRX realizes it, it is far, far too late. Good guy teammates there, teeing him up, and he's standing up. What a feeling this must be right now. The Ascension Dreamers on the cusp of going up 2-0.
And it's a statement that I didn't really ever think that I'd make, but he's got 18 extra kills of something. Who's just not been able to find his form, not been able to find his groove, and that is going to continue. Just cannot catch a break. Can't buy a kill at this point. Ivy will fall. Decent fight back here from PRX. Do not want this map to come to an end, who do not want for Nongshim to get that 2-0 lead, to put them in the position where they have to reverse sweep. And so far in this round, so good.
Yeah, just
Not quite.
almost. Safer if you do it over here.
Yep, the shorter wall.
Yep.
There you go. If you were Mata, you probably could have made it over the top.
That's true, yeah.
Zarb still wanting to try to make this painful, but he won't be able to. Devi able to hold his own. Francis, his position absolutely known and heard. Can he take anybody down with him? He is completely surrounded. About to have an old boy style fight here in the hallway, but it doesn't last very long. PRX fight back for a fourth, but they need 8 in a row to get this into overtime.
Just crazy stuff here from Devi in this round. No armor. The glass cannon, he's able to connect. Almost no cigar for Francis on the initial attempt, but he eventually gets it out of there, and stabilization of sorts here. This Outlaw is only going to hit one player for one tap, but something has been willing to take it, find those double taps. Right now, it's a mid push-up. Jing and Devi trying to play off of each other. Goes Dambi.
Paranoia across. Dambi needing to turn back, but it will be Francis at that second layer to come to the rescue. Now Jing gone. X-Ross finds Forsaken. And in the blink of an eye, there's just 2 members of PRX left standing. Envy and something to try to work a miracle. As the pit blooms and it cycles them into one singular position. Just an alley approach available. Francis still willing to fight forward. The swing in, he finds the first. Envy will fall. 13-4, outstanding from Nongshim. as they
goes to Nongshim's speedy dominance, literally and figuratively, at the start of the map.
Yeah, every single time the team goes against PRX for the first time, we say, oh, it is so difficult to take some of these duels. But for the side of Nongshim, they made something look like nothing, absolutely. The positioning, the duels that they were taking at the beginning of every single round in that defense.
PRX's attacks.
Like, and for PRX, this is a map that Nongshim has figured out. They've gotten their groove on. They take so much map space. They're constantly trying to press your extremities, trying to find those extra layers behind you. And they're so good about taking mid control, and that's something they do early. A lot of times it's Ivy who's going to be the one tasked to do that. PRX going for a 1-4 split. Looking for the aggression, but they're misreading where it might come from. And are they even going to be ready? This is so quick from Nongshim.
in the back. Francis now striking, finding the first. Jing taking down some damage in reply, but the kill not yet found. Quick refract back, a pop flash. Francis looking for a little bit more, but it's going to be Dambi to find Forsaken. Something now gone. Invi only able to find the one. Devi scratching his head, wondering what the hell happened. Finds one. RB down to a single tap. A stiff breeze would kill off this Omen, but Xros and Ivy both very full on health. Devi tries to make a go of it, but will fall shy of the mark, and Nongshim continue to be dominant in these pistols.
They're just ahead of PRX at so many twists and turns. And this one is just a free push up through mid. No util there, no bodies there to figure it out until Jing finds out the hard way. Devi try as he might, just can't do anything at that point. Nongshim here, looking locked in. There is going to be a Marshall pickup. Devi to grab it.
Francis has one of his own. He's shown how deadly he can be. Devi similarly is going to be able to find a kill, and Invi holds his own. Double Marshall now in the hands of PRX with a player advantage. Tying this up 1-1 off the rip would be such a fantastic start. Something, however, pushing forward into sight. Had his work cut out for him. Completely unfavored in that regard. Spike now to be collected. Looks like PRX just going to try to commit forward onto this B site. Deal with Dambi.
You got to shout. You got those two Marshalls. So if you can suss his position out early, he still has a saturate to slow you down. Does get tagged up there. Has to drop below. Frax out.
Saturate. Set up. Invi caught in midair. The spike now on the floor. The double swing now. Double face with those Marshals, and Devi able to find another. Some space opened up.
30 seconds left.
Drone out over the top. Has to be cleared. Eliminated. And Invi on the swing, finding one. Jing now. Not known for his sniping, but still comes up with a solid shot to start it. Looks for that second. It's one bullet left. He will not be able to make it connect. Damage dealt for sure. But Nongshim still come out on top. 2-0 to start off Abyss.
There's glimmers of hope for PRX. Dambi so clean here in that saturate. Devastating. Invi trying to scale forward. Hell of a shot from Jing. Just too many layers there. Jing at least trying to stay positive, has a smile, trying to rally the troops, but I think right now, PRX, you need to rally. Something's mental. That's the key player for me right now. Got to find impact. Was just woeful on split. He's a player who's been so good for them, but he's been hot and cold this year. When he goes cold, it's brutal. And yes, the rest of PRX can be there to pick up the pieces, but Nongshim is too strong right now. Let's see if he can get it going in this round.
Francis again looking for that headshot. Unable to find it here, but Dambi catching Forsaken as he just goes double dashing up over the top. Trade back. Francis gone. Devi giving up that position, that flank into mid. As the pings come down, they have him noted. Might be going on a walkabout to see if he can try to intercept anyone. That gate crash gets taken by something. Might just be absolutely screwed. No, Devi out from window, able to have the covering fire, keeps him protected, and the rest of PRX They come out on top, they fight back, they deny the bonus conversion, get themselves on the board.
Seeing some good reads from PRX in this round. Devi watching mid the whole time. He's been so stalwart for them today. Jing again, big as well. Saw this on Corrode, but they need to keep it up. And Devi checking those tendencies. Again, Nongshim going to push the map, going to look for those extra angles onto you. And even though NRG knew about it, they had a tough time dealing with it. Change up of the trip position. A little bit further back, looking to absorb some of that B hit pressure. Play off of that confusion, that chaos that will be caused by that Cypher util if PRX walks towards it. But look at how deep Francis already is. I mean, he's so far forward. Does keep him
back to tower. Clear the camera. Downbeat trying to find an opener. Just to give the angles. Double dash, Forsaken working his way closer. Ping revealed. Spotted out. Some stray shots connecting on the Envy, put him down to 70, but still going to be standing, still able to fight. Devi, the one disconnected off site, unable to utilize the Steel Garden from this position, and now Francis and Ivy, one apiece. Francis being corralled from the side, but Ivy has the covering fire, keeps the Euro in the mix, and he fights forward to find something. Paranoia now on to Devi, to his demise. Nongshim continuing to not allow for PRX to ramp up, to get that momentum, that wind in their sails.
And they're just so on point. Again, having that early info, having the TP to make this their strong side. The patience, give up a little bit of space. You have so much of that Cypher util to give you the no and the how. They just can't fight forward. You can see some of the struggles here, never having played this map on a stage this year. PRX just looking just enough off kilter. You have Envy's ult, you have Devi's ult, but three big ones for Nongshim as well. Convergent Pass, Dimensional Drift, and the Neural Theft. Tucked in. Spot there for something, gets a tag at the very least. Puts RB.
10.
Yeah. You're just looking for answers. Now you're going to send in Forsaken to try to hold down mid.
Here. Francis again, going on this deep walk. Ping is there, and Forsaken outdone, caught completely by surprise. Meanwhile, Tambi, a clean one tap to find something there in window. And Francis is just gone completely unnoted. They've given up this space. The PRX are so frazzled, they're so scattered. They just cannot keep track. Jing able to find the double pump. Francis dead, but now he is all alone. The dash forward, the saturate connecting as he slowly drifts to his demise. Nongshim are and have been out for blood this entire series so far. And they are bleeding PRX dry.
It's just so difficult when you give up this much space and then you get the ping reveal, and Francis is in a perfect position to punish. PRX pumps the brakes, pauses the time, and Alex is gonna have to give one of his best yet. It's been great with the timeouts. I mean, often PRX is coming out of them and either winning the follow-up round or winning the round after the eco if they're in one. There's a little bit of a look from Soul, it looks like. That's Sam Ryans.
Yeah.
That's an E10 on your attacker side. I mean, this is extremely concerning. It just has to turn around. What else can you say? It has to.
Yeah.
And here they go. Look at this. Right in the mid. They know that this is a huge problem. So they commit a lot of resources, but so much patience.
Francis, nice little how do you do? Outlaw looking for the follow-up shot. Pulls back around the corner, can get that reload across. Meanwhile, Devi, tagged to 60 by RB in mid. It's away unscathed. Thrown over the top, Francis wanting that kill. Has to backpedal out. Zadai forward, unable to find the punish. Forward into the cage. The shorty drawn out. Francis able to find a third. Eventually Will falls to saturate. Had connected. But that's it. Just the one. The one kill. The one round. All that PRX have been able to get so far.
And this time Francis does not overheat. He plays it close to the vest. Goes for the wide swing there, but gets out of it after the first kill. And the change in position of the Cypher util shows me again that Nongshim's IGL RB is on point with reading this macro. He knows exactly what PRX is thinking and what they want to do round over round. This has to be it for PRX. They have to turn it right here, right now with these ults.
Tammy's just taking space, but will get shut down. Jing just strafing into that smoke. It'll find, but Francis still finds the time to take out something.
He's dialed in. He's feeling it on this map, that's for sure.
One hell of a heater. Second now, able to find one as he does fall. Envy similarly. Jing setting up that paranoia.
Whoa!
But Xros just holds down M1. He anticipates his movements and he finds him blind. The drone uncleared. Envy known. Frantically trying to sprint away, maybe a pump fake. But either way, Nongshim scaling in, working their way behind him. Ring around the rosy here, perhaps Minot jumps across the opposite side of mid and will look to try to get this planted at B. Envy has been monstrous for PRX in making it this far at the tournament. Can he find that prowess? Can he find that clutch? Take the backside. Plant now to come through, double approach from main. Recon shocks all available. Envy looking for the first, but he's the one eating the damage. Tucks back away from the recon. RP ready to swing, and Envy manages to strike. The regen shield pushing him back up, reinforcing his health. But Xros has the turn, has the kill.
But again, I mean, Envy tries his darndest, but you have so many ults in this round, and you don't use a single one as PRX. It just feels like their mental's gone. It just feels like they're frazzled. They don't have answers. They don't know what to do on this map. You know, sometimes you could come through and surprise opponents, like we saw with T1 last year in Bangkok, but PRX is not that team right now.
No, they're not. So you can see the dismay on the side. It's 7-1-2 at the moment. Crowd will count us down. It's PRX, another buy. 5 ultimates to try to utilize. Virgin Path's gonna be sent over towards tower. No one at home. Dash in, Forsaken, dead. RP finds him. That might have even been before the cam reveal. I think he just caught him. Clone gonna be found now. Backpedal Ivy frantically trying to get away, but Xros with that Hunter's Fury is able to find a second. Envy and Ching both gone. Something doubles up the kills. Running just a one shot, but the spike still needs to be recovered. The drone to check forward, doesn't clear the corner. And it's just a hair off. It's just right above the head. Something cannot find Xros. He picks up another 3 kills, and RB has the finisher. And it looks like PRX are completely out of gas, completely out of ideas, and completely out of hope.
They're flattened. Nothing left to say. He just watches him go through, could just tell RB, yeah, he's going up ropes. And then the ping reveals there, oh my God. What a catch for Xros.
He's playing insane.
He is, and it's gonna take everything just on the players now for PRX. Finally gonna invest the Dimensional Drift here. Try to use it to get a Hunter's Fury to connect, but Tombi's just jumping around.
Just cannot track him down. Looking for the exit and something. Fallen. Francis forward, finding Envy in window. Meanwhile, an exec attempt over on the A side of the map.
But the Cypher util is here.
The tripwires are still there, and so too is Ivy. Finds the first, gets the second. Exros in between. There's another flawless. Nongshim can do no wrong. And PRX can do no good.
It's just everything they try is thwarted. The individuals for Nongshim are certainly at championship level, and there's a reason, folks, they haven't dropped a single series yet this year. While they are running this Royal Road. And they look to be that first Ascension team to claim a championship. They are so well on their way right now. PRX doing a little bit of mid-exploring, a scuffed buy here, a hero rifle for Devi, a Guardian for something, a couple Sheriffs, Jing with the Bandit. Jing's ult, the only one left here. You've cycled through them and you can't find a damn thing. Forsaken on this Waylay. Dashes in.
Oh, what a read.
Oh,
what a
bad.
read! Ivy just drops down, finds a neural theft. Indy's position now noted. They're just settling a 1-for-1. Convergent path's gonna be invested. Forsaken gonna be caught by that one. Makes it around the corner out the safety, but Exros still is able to find something on the exit. And all the while, the spike has never gotten planted. As Devi completely surrounded. Falls to the wayside. 9-1.
They're better in every respect. They're so aware. Ivy here, is just ready for that TP spot.
Pings it as soon as he goes for it.
Yep. Then they have all that control, all that awareness off of the ult. They can then use the convergent pass. It hits Devi as well. They've got a player watching for something as he swings to go back towards the jump. It's just so good. The way that this team has been prepared is incredible, and you just have to tip your cap to their coaching staff.
Right now, glass cannon for Devi. Fairly empty B site. The crunch attempt from Nongshim ends up being a misread. PRX, a window to get this spike planted. Pop flash gonna be sent down, Ivy gonna be taken down, and now suddenly PRX looking decisive in this round. As Exros unable to find a follow-up, and that leaves just Dambi. A 1v4, the opportunity to get the jump. Eventually won't find it. Devi from down below will keep Envy alive. And it is a much needed round for PRX, but the best they can hope for yet again is a 9-3 half.
Yeah, this time their answer is to just remember that there isn't much paint left on those W keys on the keyboard. Let's put it to good use. Devi wins a big battle in mid there too, and then they just storm forward together. Zombie tries to find one, but not able to do it. Who's got some other good call here for PRX? Just trying to sell a little bit of a fake towards B, it looks like. Here goes Forsaken. Ooh.
Barely able to escape. France is not going to be able to find a punish from this angle, and now suddenly PRX continuing to start to find these reads. The last two rounds work their way forward into these emptier sites. B still here at tower, and Nongshim are very quick to rotate and get into position. Shock Dart just a hair off. That one will get a touch of damage on the Envy. Looks to try to zone them back. Paranoia at the ready. The wall going to be tripped. Devi getting the spot on a Francis. Quick little exit on that gate. Crashes Dambi. Diving forward. Landing right in behind Envy. It takes Ross to find two, but Forsaken Devi, one apiece in response. 3v3 of the post plant. RB off to a wider angle. They're not spamming him. X-Ross on the counter spam has it! And they just hold the defuse! 10-2! Nongshim! They want this done! They want PRX 6 feet under!
There are no answers for this team right now. Hard to imagine that PRX has anything left in the tank.
They'll have to start from the pistol. We'll see if they can find it or if Nongshim continue to be excellent when we come back after halftime.
don't run the neon, and it's the players behind him who are doing special things. X-Ross today, outrageously good.
Electric.
Just every time he sees Paper X players there, it's dead, and he's going for more, and he's getting multiples. Early grab of the orb there for Francis. Ivy might be the one to try to counter his Forsaken lurk. Might have missed the timing, though.
He'll be able to spot the head, finds the shot. Ivy now gone. A key advantage and a key pistol that Paper X cannot afford to lose. Just dumping some flashes into the A site, trying to keep Paper X's interests tied over there. Meanwhile, Forsaken catching the rotations, so Paper X can begin their own. Francis still here. Base now doubled up. Forsaken will be able to find another. 3v5, Nongshim bringing the spike across, ready to get the plant, but Paper X are in pole position. The flood retake. Stabby now down. X-Ross able to find one, continuing to try to do wonders here for the team. Finds the second, looks for that third. He takes him so very low. But a couple kills elude him, and Paper X, they managed to persevere.
But it was desperately needed. And a really good mid-round call here by Forsaken to gather the reinforcements, to catch that extra player. The early lurk, well timed. But this right here, they get some extra guns to deal with Francis. That gives them a huge 5v3 advantage, which they kind of ended up needing.
Nice, boys. Nice, boys. Let's go.
Still some signs of life. The heartbeat is there. It feels like it's in fibrillation for Paper X. Nongshim wants to seemingly get pretty aggro right into this outlaw. That dart, though, doesn't clear him.
Something able to find the first shot, cannot connect with the second. Does back away. X-Ross is grabbing up the orb. Yeah. Vice wall right around the corner is the Vice. Himself is Devi. So waiting for this push. Ivy would love to have him swing into him. Barrel stuff with that bandit. Devi might just be giving him that opportunity, and he has. Ivy has the kill, and now the Spectre in hand. Francis still hovering around A main as Forsaken.
Oh!
He ends up getting red! Played it too patiently, and X-Ross cleans him up with the classic. Suddenly Nongshim, the player advantage, the plant to come through. Francis potentially getting caught. Spot on the Jing. Looks over it, in towards the window. Something also there, but Ivy still fighting. That Spectre put to good use. Francis fighting his way out of a corner. Jing gone! And suddenly there's just nothing more for something to do. They will not give him the chance. They will not give him the opportunity. They will not give him the mercy.
It's just relentless. There's no stopping them. They have every read right here. He checks below. I mean, their mental is incredible. The discipline that they are showing. Checking every twist and turn, every corner, every possibility. Again, the understanding of negative map space.
It's the most casual fist bump between two coaches in a grand final that I have ever seen.
How good this must feel for Silkanon after having to grind through Ascension 2 years in a row to get here. Sungmin joining with him. Yeoman as well, a former player, joins the staff, and they have just got these guys on another level, on another planet.
We're fracked out. Downbeat not going to be suffering that much damage. Just down at 79. Is now the Hunter's Fury opened up. Forsaken eliminated RB's hand, but Devi with a nice shot will be able to find Ivy. Quick little pause. Not exactly where you wanted to go. But this ended up just being a brilliant fake. Either way, Downbeat finding Envy, something gone. Devi eliminated. Jing, the last one standing, saturated, dead. Downbeat has 3, and Nongshim have match point!
They're indomitable. Absolutely indomitable. They do everything right, and all Alex can do is shake his head. He knows where this is at. Oh, Domby. The pre-fire through the smoke even. Beautiful saturate once again. So good with those today. His waylay has been really impactful. He's baiting for his teammates, setting up big kills. Look at this, everybody on PRX looking for Ivy here. Literally everybody. Now something pulls, or excuse me, Forsaken pulls away.
He's still gonna be able to find one. Jing eventually putting him down, but not before also suffering heavy damage. Something now eliminated, and it feels like this series, this final is coming to an end. Francis takes out Devi. This is just Jing, now Forsaken, blinded up, hunted down, and killed. 13-3, 3-0. PRX have gone extinct, fossilized, turning to oil beneath Nongshim's feet.